Most people think slow Wi-Fi means bad internet. A video buffers, a game lags, or a website refuses to load, and the immediate blame goes to the internet provider. It feels obvious. But that assumption hides one important detail. Your Wi-Fi and your internet are not the same thing. The internet is the global system connecting servers around the world. Wi-Fi is just the short-range wireless bridge between your device and your router, which means your internet can be perfectly fine, while your Wi-Fi is the real problem. And once you separate those two, the entire experience starts to look different. Because Wi-Fi is not a clean connection, it is a constant exchange happening in an invisible environment filled with competing signals. Your router is not sending data through empty space, it is broadcasting radio waves, and those waves are constantly colliding with other devices trying to do the same thing. You are never alone on a Wi-Fi channel. Your neighbors have routers, nearby homes have routers. Buildings around you are filled with devices all transmitting in the same general space. Unlike roads, there are no lanes for these signals. They overlap and interfere with each other, creating a kind of invisible traffic that changes throughout the day. This is why your Wi-Fi can feel fine at night and suddenly unstable during busy hours, even if nothing in your home has changed. But external interference is only part of the story. Inside your own space, the situation gets even more complicated. Your router's signal has to pass through walls, furniture, and physical objects that distort and weaken it. Concrete reduces range, metal reflects signals, water absorbs certain frequencies. Even simple changes like closing a door can slightly alter how the signal travels. So the connection you experience is never a straight line. It is a constantly shifting path, shaped by your environment. At this point, Wi-Fi already sounds unstable, but the real pressure comes from what your router is actually doing. It is not just broadcasting data, it is managing multiple devices at the same time. Phones, laptops, TVs, gaming consoles, and smart devices are all competing for attention. Even when they're not actively being used, many of them still send background requests. Your router has to decide who gets data, when they get it, and how much they receive. It is less like a simple transmitter and more like a traffic controller trying to manage constant demand. This is where most people misunderstand signal strength. Full Wi-Fi bars do not mean everything is working well. They only show that your device can hear the router clearly. They say nothing about congestion, interference, or how many other devices are fighting for the same connection. So you can have full bars and still experience slow speeds if the network around you is crowded or unstable. To make things more complicated, Wi-Fi does not operate on a single frequency. It mainly uses two. The 2.4 GHz band travels farther and passes through walls more easily, but it is heavily crowded because almost every device uses it. The 5 GHz band is faster and less congested, but it does not travel as far and struggles with obstacles. Your device constantly switches between them, trying to choose the best option in real time. Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it doesn't. And this creates something most people never realize. Two people sitting in the same house can have completely different Wi-Fi experiences at the same time, not because their internet is different, but because their devices are navigating different frequencies, interference levels, and signal paths inside the same environment. So when Wi-Fi feels unstable, it is rarely one single problem. It is the result of overlapping systems, competing devices, physical interference, and automatic decisions happening in real time, all inside an environment you cannot see. And that is the strange truth. Wi-Fi is not a simple connection that turns on or off. It is a constant negotiation between your device, your router, your environment, and every other signal around you, all trying to stay stable in the same invisible space.
What looks like a simple signal icon on your screen is actually the final result of a much larger system trying and sometimes struggling to keep everything connected.